Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets this one across midfield for as that extends this drive.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And again, it's Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 11 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give running right is Chubb. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. John Kaminsky with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through,
and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like they only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago. 12 carries, 88 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Watson.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Watson now to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
First and 10, it's Richardson.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Hey, York on now for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now.
And he loses the football a second time. There, this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
That will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Richardson to throw. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Richardson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Richardson now on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. A give for Taylor running right side. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Over the middle, into the hands of Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. $17-0 our score after one. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Play action. Now Richardson. Airing it out deep for Woods. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him, throw that challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll run here with Taylor. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Browns to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24. From the gun, here's Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense.
Quarterback.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Again, he finds more.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Again, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. On 1st down, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
York now for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Let's go now.
The Colts on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run with Ford. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Watson. Dancing to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Extra.
The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Locates Mooney on the out route.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Again, it's Richardson.
And this is incomplete.
He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there.
And that'll bring up second down.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Richardson looking to throw.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. Zay Jones, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. Van Jefferson, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching is Deshaun Watson, who was the star of the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there, called at the 26. Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but there are definitely opportunities now because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good Richardson hit, and he fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Now he's flushed out right. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Watson on first down. Completes it right side to Cooper. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Now Chubb running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Right side complete. That's Woods. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. 98 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Landon Collins.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done.
And got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They run it again with Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder.
York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he will find his man on the outside. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
There, Richardson back to throw it. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Richardson off the play fake.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Gay's kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
Yeah, they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Chubb on the counter.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Watson on 3rd down. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Foyesade and Nurkic. And the Colts are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He's going up top for Taylor.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now Minshew. Able to find his man, Woods.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Minshew. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And again, it's Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. A leap, and he's got it. He got it.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
They go up the middle with Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Ford. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with the football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. As this complete to Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. A big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And Chubb will try the middle here. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This is the tight end, Njoku. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Here's Watson. Forced out to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Quiddy Pay, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
On 2nd and goal, Watson toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now here's
a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet? So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
today on EA Sports. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Terry. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
We're able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 19 carries, 82 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
McCoy's throw complete there to Thomas.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. On 4th down, McCoy. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
To about the 48-yard line. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now back to throw.
This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Following the fumble recovery, McCoy.
Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now McCoy. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Here's McCoy. He's got it. Touchdown.
Josh Palmer, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Oilers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PA team.
And it's good to make it 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
That's complete to Slayton. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Houston set to take over.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. McCoy.
That's going to be caught. It's Chenault.
The 40.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack.
What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. McCoy.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Looking to throw. McCoy.
Over the middle, he's got Chenault.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Harris is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. McCoy. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
This a 31-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Terry. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Terry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give them a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hoover. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. York able to send this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the third drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now out comes Houston. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now here's another carry for Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They hand this off to Harris. Stiff-armed him. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On the give, this is Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, McCoy. And that'll be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McCoy to the right side and complete to Thomas.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. McCoy able to complete this to Chenault. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
2nd down and goal. McCoy. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Brevin Jordan
from 6 yards away.
And the Oilers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your time.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 17-3.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
2nd and 2. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. McCoy
finding Harris on back-to-back plays.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
While they're able to come away with the interception, Charles, they aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Chiefs who come in and get the victory on the road. Patrick Mahomes leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head up to the Pacific Northwest. Check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Rondale Moore, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown catch in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Shepard now from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. McCoy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw. McCoy.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll look to throw again.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. From the gun on 3rd down, McCoy. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. That catch pulls them level all-time with Terrell Owens, who finished with 1,078 receptions. So now he's at 1,078 and rising.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And they will take over first and 10.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. McCoy's throw pulled in by Woods.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. On the give, this is their fullback. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run with Harris. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And a big loss across here as he's taken down.
T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston's offense taking over again.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
To throw again on 2nd down, McCoy.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. McCoy got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, McCoy. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but They certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Terry. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Houston set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The offense on third down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Second down, here's Davis Price. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Another touch for Davis Price. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Now they will run it with Davis Price. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Back to throw. McCoy. The quick slant caught. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. McCoy. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Pickens on the slant.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Terry. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown.
Deontay Johnson.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now down to 20. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hans team able to secure the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Davis-Price on 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
2nd down, and again it's Davis-Price. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
12 yards there and a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the home team here, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.